Hi guys, and welcome to another video from myself, Slim Nasty. So, move my mic up a bit so you can hear me a bit better. Today, I just wanted to let you know sort of future plans for 2015. It's all exciting. Now, I wanted to bring this video to you a bit sooner, so apologies for the delays, but we're kind of there now. So obviously, primarily, I'm a gaming channel. So, I record games that I play, and obviously you've seen quite a few of those, and there's a few that I still want to try and squeeze in. There's new maps out on Spin Tires I want to squeeze in. There's an update for Farming Simulator where I'm at on that. Bits of Elite, Dangerous, things like that. There's new content coming out for Train Fever very soon. There's new games coming out. You've got Project Cars. You've got Cities XXL coming out very soon, I think in about a week's time in fact. Cities Skylines, which I'm more interested than Cities XXL, although I get a really cheap discount on Cities XXL because I've got all the previous ones. So yeah, there's a few, and there's a lot of games I've already owned that again, I don't stream at the moment. Just don't get the time. So apologies for that. People do ask occasionally, can you do this, can you do that, of games I own. I will try and get around to some of them, but I can't promise. We just have to see how we go. At the moment we've got Train Fever running and Prison Architect, and they're doing good, and we kind of want to work out where we're going for the future. So what's for the future? Obviously new games. I want to build a new PC this year, so to improve the quality for you guys and better my experience. Now I currently run on an old first gen i5. And doing video encoding on it does take it to its limits sometimes, especially when I did the test on Prison Architect recently and ramped up the bit rate to something like 45,000, and yeah, it drops a few frames here and there, let's put it that way, and does take it to the limit. So I've decided I am going to build a new PC no matter what. Camera's going in and out of focus all over the place today, but we're going to do it this year. It's probably going to be later this year unless I can rope some of you guys in for a bit of help. Now I'm going to show you what I want to build first, and then I'm going to tell you how you can help support me, which may not cost you any money, which is good. So first off, I'm just going to flick webcams, and I'm going to put me up top is the processor. So I'm going to go to this page. So this is just the web browser I'm running. Got a choice. I want to build an X99 Intel board setup this year. It's the logical step to go from the i5 to one of these. Now, these are sort of currently the four processors that I've been looking at. Realistically, later in the year, I'm probably going to go for a 4820 or the 5930. So either a 4-core or 6-core processor, depending on how much money I've got. The reason for that is I want to make sure, most importantly, they got 40 PCI Express lanes. The 5820 hasn't. They all pretty much support 64 gig of RAM, so that's sort of future-proofed. Actually, 4820 doesn't support DDR4. What's that? That's wrong. Have I picked the wrong one? Might have picked the wrong one there. I'm sure it's a 4820. But yeah, it needs to support DDR4 memory. So I know there's a 4-core one that does. I swore it was a 4820. Might have picked the wrong one there. Never mind. Anyway, it'll either be a 4 or 6-core. Will support up to 64 gig of RAM. Has to support DDR4 memory, and ideally has to have 40 PCI Express lanes. And we'll come to the reason why later. Next on. Whoop, get rid of that. How do you get rid of that? There we go. I'm looking at an MSI board at the moment because it's all black. Alright, because I want to colour theme this PC quite good where I can. So I'm looking at one of these, which is an X99. It will support the i7s, obviously 2011 socket 3, DDR4, and all the SATA and all of that, and USB 3 and all of that malarkey. I don't know what the sound's going to be like on it, so I haven't picked a sound card yet. But this is what I'm sort of aiming towards. Memory wise, DDR4, probably going to go for HyperX Predator DDR4, and I'm probably going to come down and go for this one here, the 2400 megahertz, because it's going to be so much quicker than what I've got. that's what I'm going to be looking for, I think. And for an SSD, go for this one over here, not that one. This one looks so much better and is slightly quicker, I believe. But we'll probably go for this one, HyperX Kingston SSD. It's quicker than what I've got. It's double the size of what I've got. I'm nearing the capacity of my 128 gig SanDisk one at the moment, so we're looking at putting one of those in there. Hard drives, it's got to be Western Digital. I've bought Western Digital for so long. I have emailed Western Digital to see if I can get a freebie drive, because I've been using them for so long, and do recommend them to everybody because they just, I don't think I've ever had a drive fail. They are that good. It's probably going to be a 2 or 4 terabyte depending on how funding goes this year. So it's going to be one or the other. Now, graphics card, I've already got a good graphics card, which is this one here, which is a 760. It's a GTX 760 with 4 gig, and it's a super clock, and it is good. It really doesn't like struggle at all. If I can raise enough cash by sort of 6 to 12 months, I might buy a second one and put a SLI rig together with one of these, and then I've got an old GTX 275 that I'm going to put back in my i5, and I'll explain why again in a minute. Because the i5 is not going to go to waste. Cooling. Now, I was going to go water cooling, but I've picked this out for a reason, right? And I'll tell you, just bear with me just a second, but this is a really nice cooler. It's very quiet and very good. Now, the reason I've picked this cooler is because I entered a competition just before Christmas, and I won a power supply. And it's arrived! Da, da, da. I'm going to do an unboxing of this, guys. So, in fact, let's go back to the big webcam so you can see it a bit better. There we go. We have got a straight power 10. Now, it's not modular, which is a shame, but it is free and will run an SLI rig, or it should run an SLI rig looking at it. It's got enough power to, let's put it that way. So, I think that is going to be adequate to run it. So that's why I want to start building a PC, because this has sort of brought it forward because of the fact that I won something. I never win anything. It's amazing. So we're already sort of part of the way there. So I'll put a separate video up of me unboxing this very soon. In fact, probably today. And then you can see all about that. So that's going to be the power supply. But it doesn't end there. Now you're going to have to bear with me because I need to move the webcam. You're going to see the pussycat. Hopefully not doing anything wrong. Hello puss. You having a bite in your nails? Because I won something else. Now this is a bit bigger. I won a big Silent Base 800. Now this is perfect, guys, because this is black and orange. And again, I'm going to do an unboxing of this. But yeah, being black and orange, it matches my theme, my colour, which is just a fluke. But yeah, brilliant. So we've got that, and we've got the power supply. I'll stick it on top just about. There you go. Look at the cat staring. Look. Da, da, da. There we go. You can just about see that, and probably squeeze me just back in. You'll have to forgive the overlay up the top there, but yeah, that's kind of wrong. I need to be sat the other side. Let's slide over here. There we go. So, let's try and make that a bit better. There you go. That's a bit better. That's why, or one of the reasons, I wanted to build a new PC anyway, but I wasn't planning on doing it quite that quick. But that's why, because I've won a power supply and a case, that's sort of taken about 150 quid off of the price of what I need to build a system, and that's going to be the new system. That's what we're going to build. So I need your help, guys, because I want to build it sooner rather than later. Now I am working, so now my car's through its MOT, and I haven't really got any excessive bills coming up now. Money can go towards this from myself. But the easiest way you guys can support me is by clicking on the adverts and sharing out the videos, right? Keep up that good work, because you know, I only get a couple of pence for a click on an advert, but every little helps, and all that money is going back into this hardware for the new hardware. Now, I'm going to estimate, and it depends on what final setup I go with, it's going to be somewhere between £1,200 and about 1700 I reckon, to buy all the bits that I need to build this rig. Now what's happening to my old PC? My old PC, what I want to do is use that alongside, so that when I encode at the higher quality, I can then, all the files go on my NAS box, by the way guys, which I'll explain what I'm going to do with that later as well. But all the files go on the central NAS anyway, so the videos go there. So if I encode at the higher bit rate, which is what I did with Prison Architect recently, they make 4 gig files each video, which obviously would fill up my hard drive's capacities, what I've got now, in about 2 months, which is, you know, not good. So if I re-encode them, I can get that down a lot smaller, and then make my hard drive space last a lot longer. But I can't do that because it's adding an extra process, which means I then can't record the videos and go out to work and do everything because I haven't got the time. So that's what the i5 is going to be done. Is going to be used for, is effectively doing the re-encoding of the video in order to make the file sizes smaller, so that I can keep an archive of them before they go up on YouTube. So that's the idea of what the i5 is going to go to. Now, the other way you can support me, and it is voluntary, I will point this out guys, is with donations. Now, we've got 800 subscribers. If everyone donated £2, we would get to the sort of 1600 quid mark like straight away. But obviously not everybody can donate. Some people might donate more than others. If you don't donate, don't worry about it. And if no one donates, don't worry about it, because I'm still going to build it anyway. So it just will take me a bit longer. Now, what I will also say is, all the items that I buy, I am going to do unboxing of. And when I get all the parts together, I may or may not do a live stream of me building it. Now I've never done anything like that before. I've built a few PCs, but I sort of do it my way. Might not be the best way. People might cringe and go, "Oh, why are you doing it that way?" But that's the way I do things. But yeah, I might do it, or I may just record it and put it up on YouTube, or I may do both. I may stream it and then put the highlights up. So let me know what you think down below. But yeah, if you guys can mostly share out the videos in order to grow the subscribership as quickly as possible. Now we're at 800. I reckon within a month, certainly by the end of February, we could get to 1,000 guys. If we push it hard, we can get to 1,000. Let's see if we can, because I'd like to get there. I really would. I mean, we're kind of surpassing where I thought I was going to be, which is good. But not by loads, and we can do better. We can do better. Now, after I've got all the money together and bought all the parts and built it, it's unfortunately not going to stop there, because I need to keep thinking about the future and keep investing the money that you guys donate, and the money I make off of YouTube does go back into it, and any money I make from streaming goes back into it. So I'll move this back around a bit and bring me back up, so I'm more in the shot than the case and that. The next thing after will have to be file storage space. So I'm going to switch my webcam back to that one, because I'm going to need to buy a couple of those, which are 6TB Reds for my NAS storage. Now it's only going to give me 6TB storage, but I need 2 of them, so I've got a backup drive as well, a mirror of it. So as you can see, that adds another 500 quid on top, which does make it a bit awkward. And then after that, I mean, that's going to last me for a year or so anyway, but after that I'll have to think about replacing the actual NAS storage box anyway. So we'll have to have a look at that in a long time from now, but it won't be any time soon. Do I go for a 4 or an 8, or a 12 bay, and then keep expanding it, or what? I don't know. I need to think about the future, because I want to keep this going long term, guys. But we're not there yet, so don't worry about these as yet. That's just a future project. And also, at the moment, I'm running 2 screens. I want one big screen, but again, don't worry about that now. Any funding that comes from you guys in the way of advert clicks or donations, and I will put the donation link into the description, will let's switch back to the other thing, by the way, guys. Go back to that one, that's better. Any extra donations that go past that will all go to equipment and improvements and games and stuff like that to be videoed and recorded. Everything goes back in, every single penny will go back into this. So bear that in mind. If you do donate, put a little comment in so I know who's donated, whether you want to stay anonymous and that, and whatever you want to say, really. But yeah, put in comments below as well what you want to see, guys, because obviously I'm doing what I want to do, and that has to be the ultimate goal, is what I want to do. But obviously it's no good if you guys don't like it. But it seems to be going down well like that at the moment. I can tell you now, I'm not playing first-person shooters because I really don't like them anymore. Gone right off of them. But things like City Builders, Train Fever's gone down really well. Elite Dangerous is really good, but I haven't done any videos for it yet, but they will be coming at some point. There's still some more spin tires to come. As I say, some more farming sim to come, so let me know other games than that. You might know of games that I don't know of for 2015. Now, I can't promise I'm going to buy them all because I am on a low income. And after being out of work for 3 years, it is a struggle going back to work, it really is. But we're getting there. And all my money is now going to go back into the stream, guys, into the videos. So let me know what you think, because I want to hear your thoughts down below. But as I say, most importantly, share the videos out. Also, like the video if you like this plan of mine, or so-called plan. It's a bit of a mix. But yeah, like the video if you like it. Feel free to comment down below, as per usual. Just put whatever you want. Be nice though. Remember to be subscribed and share out. The important things is to share out the video. Click on any relevant ads to help with a bit of revenue back. And if you can donate, please do, because the money will, it doesn't go to, well, it does go to me, but I don't go out and have a good time. I buy computer equipment with it, so it's all going back into equipment in order to make this channel better. That's where the cash is going, so you know. But yeah, help me use this case and build it. I'm going to go away now, and I'm going to do separate videos on unboxing those. So you should be able to see those in a moment. So guys, thanks for watching, and it's bye from me for now. Goodbye.